The quarterfinals of the men's 2026 French Open has recently just concluded. The upsets continue. Let's have a react and recap and talk about the 4 matches that have occurred. Here we go. Jakub Mensik versus João Fonseca. The Czech versus the Brazilian. João Fonseca, big popularity. Him and Mensik, similar age. Mensik, right now, even has a better career than Fonseca. Mensik, a Masters 1000 winner. But yet, João just seems to have so much more popularity. A lot of people are getting behind the João Express train, and rightfully so. His tennis, it's polarizing. It's good to watch. A lot of power. He's exciting. I thought João Fonseca was going to do it, or at least make it close. Jakub Mensik gets it done. Quarterfinal in straight sets. 6-4, 6-3, 7-6. Jakub Mensik, wow. I did not expect this at all. I at least thought João was going to get maybe 1 or 2 sets. Or the other way around. I thought João was going to win in 4. Jakub with 1 set. I tell you what, Jakub played sensationally. João didn't play that bad, but Mensik was just on it. You know, you're looking at a straight sets win, but Mensik was 5 out of 21 breakpoint opportunities. The match could have been much more wider. But 5 out of 21 breakpoints, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. It just shows if he had won more of them, big win. Afterwards, in his post-match conference, he even did say, this is the first time where I've felt my limit. You always try to figure out as a tennis player, as a professional athlete, how far can your body go? You know, I can't recall at the top of my head, but Jannik Sinner has never won a match, I believe, longer than 3.5 hours. So it just shows that Jannik's body, before 3.5, he's on. But afterwards, he's done. It just makes you realize how much of a freak beyond freak, Novak and prime Rafa are to do 5 hours a match. Just insanity. But going back to Jakub Mensik and João Fonseca, good win. Jakub Mensik into a semi-final. Bit of a dark horse performance. Not surprising because once again, he's a Masters 1000 winner. But just because no one was really thinking about it. With the amount of upsets that's happened, it's wide open now. But Jakub Mensik, the Czech, is into a semi-final. Really good win. João Fonseca, he will be at the top of the rankings. Not an if, a will. Alexander Zverev, the number 3 best men's tennis player in the world against Rafael Jodar. Up-and-coming Jodar. He's having all the hype. Really good performance. In the 20s now. And Zverev just says, sorry, buddy. There's levels to this. First set tiebreaker, close, 7-6. But then Zverev just mentally just shows there's not only levels, there's levels. Rafael Jodar, good tournament. If you make it into a quarterfinal of a Grand Slam, hats off. You walk with your head up and smiling. But with the amount of upsets that's happened, this is Zverev's tournament to win. Zverev, is he going to fully Zverev and choke somehow? Or is the streak finally going to come to an end and Alexander Zverev wins his first Grand Slam? He's too good of a player not to have won one yet. But Jodar, incredible talent. Young, powerful, extraordinarily powerful. He's got all the time in the world. Zverev just showed Jodar, hang on, he put a bit of a pause on his hype. Jodar, nothing to be ashamed of. Really good win. Zverev, you did what you did. You did what a top 3 best player in the world does. Convincing, straight sets, a 6-1 breadstick. Congratulations, Alexander Zverev into another semi-final of the French Open. Battle of the Italians. Matteo Berrettini versus Matteo Arnaldi. Oh, Battle of the Matteos. I didn't realize. Matteo Arnaldi goes through to his very first semi-final in a Grand Slam. Unfortunate for Berrettini. Insanely good run. No one thought Berrettini was going to get to a quarter-final with his recent months of performance. But unfortunately, 7-5, 5-2, Berrettini, his body was done. He even said in his post-match press conference, just saying, my body was done. I couldn't do any more. And unfortunately, he just knew that I don't want to get my body worse. I just got to pull out. So you know what? Fair play. I always say, what do you appreciate more? If someone was to say to you, would you rather have the opportunity to keep playing tennis or win the tournament and never play tennis again. People will always play and choose the journey. So, Berrettini, you made it to a quarterfinal. Matteo Arnaldi, he's got the ability. He plays good tennis. I think a lot of the tournaments, him bowing out early, he's better than that. He is better than that. And I think we are seeing the Matteo Arnaldi truly into a semi-final Grand Slam. Wow. Good on you, Matteo Arnaldi. Exciting stuff. Good player to watch. Really good movement. Very good movement, actually. Really flexible. Gives you Demonor vibes a little bit. Into his first semi-final. Congrats, Matteo Arnaldi. Felix Auger-Aliassime against Flavio Cobolli. Now, there's going to be an Italian in the Grand Slam final. We always knew. We just didn't think it would be these guys. Cobolli gets it done in 4. 6-4, 4-6, 4-6, 4-6. Congratulations. Felix Auger-Aliassime. I think a lot of people had him winning. Even though Cobolli's good on clay, Felix is just the better player. As simple as that. And even he was very upset and angry with himself, where he truly believes that he can be at the top of the tennis. But in his post-match conference, he even said he's not happy with this one. Really not happy, because he knows with the draw, with the amount of pullouts, with the amount of upsets, this was his tournament to go deep. And whilst the quarterfinal for Felix is good, I'm not going to say he should be better than that, because Flavio is very good, top 10 player. But Felix, tough. He's got the ability. He has got the ability. Cobolli gets it done into a semi-final of a Grand Slam. There will be an Italian. I believe he's going to be versing Matteo Arnaldi. Good mates versing each other. Battle of the Italians. But Felix, tough, because like I said, he has the ability. For a lot of times, we didn't think he likes clay, he doesn't feel comfortable. He flat out even said, I like clay. I love the clay service, I feel comfortable. So unfortunately, that just does damage to him, because now he said he likes it, he feels comfortable. It's a shame. Flavio Cobolli, congratulations into your first semi-final of a Grand Slam. Wow. Incredible stuff. And that concludes the react and recap for the quarterfinals Men's French Open 2026. So many upsets, and now we're down to the final 4. One of these men is going to win their very first Grand Slam. Like we said earlier, this is Zverev's to win. Has to be. It cannot get easier. Simple as that. Does Zverev go full choke again? But in my opinion, he cannot afford to. It cannot get easier. No Sinner, no Alcaraz, no Djokovic, no Medvedev. He's got Mensik, Arnaldi, or Cobolli. Crazy stuff has happened. Just when you think tennis can no longer give you more, the sport does its thing. These are the final 4. Cobolli, Arnaldi, Mensik, Zverev. I've got Zverev winning it. We'll tune back after the semi-finals are over. You just never know.